Hi everyone, once again. I know we are getting tired towards the end of the day. Now we have a sponsor session as we have already acknowledged in the opening ceremony. We are generous for Turnitin as for their sponsorship, gold sponsorship to our event. And in this sponsor session, Yasemin Arçın from Turnitin Türkiye will be introducing AI detection, how they are dealing with generative AI issues from Turnitin perspective. Before I give the word, leave the stage to Yasemin Hanım, I'd like to clarify that in Turkey we are experiencing something different from the rest of the world, considering the use of text matching software and AI detection. TÜBİTAK Ulakbim, which is a national board, a governmental agency in Ankara, is providing access to all Turkish universities to use Turnitin as a text matching tool. And they have a new agreement with Turnitin for AI detection. So all Turkish universities are using Turnitin to detect AI-generated text. Of course, we have some questions in our minds relating to both the detection of similarities and also the detection of AI-generated content. Now, I do hope that Yasemin Hanım will be making a reference to these issues. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sayın Hocam. Welcome, everyone. So I would like to continue with the next slide. So my name is Yasemin Arçın. Salim Hocam has already introduced me. So I'm working closely with educational institutions, not only in Turkey, but also in the Middle East, even though I'm not an Arabic speaker. So I'm also dealing with the customers from Europe, so more than 2.5 years. So as Salim Hocam mentioned, we have a consortium deal in Turkey. That is why all the universities are supposed to use Turnitin, especially for getting the similarity report pertaining to master thesis and PhD dissertations and academic articles. So the Turkish universities are not only using Turnitin originality check, which is the part of the consortium deal, but also Authenticate, which is used by researchers. So there are two sides of Turnitin products in terms of academic integrity. One platform that we use with students for similarity report, and the other one for the researchers so that we can safeguard research integrity across the institution. So this is my email address, yarsin@turnitin.com. So whenever you have questions about how to use the platform, how to interpret the similarity report and AI report, you can email me. I will be very happy to help and support you. So what is Turnitin? So Turnitin, over 25 years, it is working closely with academics, students, educational administrators all around the world. That is why we have lots of experience on the ground. We listen to the academics about their challenges, what kind of challenges they are experiencing on a daily basis. And in this way, we are developing our products so that we can help you to safeguard academic integrity across your institution and also across your respective countries. So when we say Turnitin, many people will remember the name of the company as a plagiarism detection software provider. It is beyond plagiarism detection. Our similarity report will also show you if there is any text manipulation. For example, if I replace some of the Latin characters with Cyrillic or Greek letters, it will also be shown on the similarity report. And now we have AI writing detection capabilities. So we provide more than that we did 10 or 20 years ago. So as Turnitin, we reach 40 million students on an annual basis globally. And also we have more than 400 million number of submissions. And also this is something that Turnitin is not very famous for. We are also responsible for bar exams in the United States with our product called ExamSoft. That is why we also deliver around 600,000 high-stakes exams on an annual basis. So now let's come to the topic of AI, the topic of this lovely conference. It's a great opportunity for me as well to hear from different academics from different parts of the world. So when I listened to the sessions and panel discussions today, actually I realized that as a previous educator and right now currently an employee of Turnitin, we are on the same page. We are faced with similar kinds of challenges, and that is why it has been a great pleasure for me to listen to you. So at Turnitin, we strongly believe that AI will make the world better. So we have a positive attitude towards AI because Turnitin has been using or has been developing AI tools for more than 10 years. So it's not something new for Turnitin. So we believe that there will be more productivity, higher paying jobs, higher global GDP growth, new health discoveries, and new energy discoveries. So this is a larger scale of AI tools, actually. This is not about only generative AI tools. So we are talking about AI in general. So, oops, I guess it doesn't work. Oh, I can do that. And we also believe that AI tools will improve education. It will provide students with a variety of opportunities, different ways of creativity, maybe different ways of critical thinking. And it will be a good companion for some of the students, especially for non-native speakers of English when it comes to language education, English education. Oops. And we also believe that AI will reinvent world-class expert tutoring. I come from the ELT department. I was working as an English teacher as well. So I know how it works very well. And right now we believe that with the generative AI tools, they can be a very beneficial tutor. And it will cost less money for lots of learners. We should be aware of this kind of possibility in the future. Right now, maybe students are not very knowledgeable or language learners. They are still trying to investigate like what they can do with the AI tools. But we believe in the future, language education will also change. This is just an example. And slowly, I will come to the AI indicator at Turnitin. And also, when we tell our students not to use the AI tools at all, I guess this is a little bit unfair. Because even we are professionals and we are also using the generative AI tools in different departments, like when it comes to marketing, or I even use it on a regular basis at work. So we believe that work life will also require some AI tool competent employees. With this in mind, I would like to come to the downsides of AI tools, generative AI tools. So we all know that AI has downsides because it can do some homework, take tests for you, which is quite a concerning matter. And also it writes essays for you. So it can even write an academic article. The quality of it can be questionable, but it can still do it. So that is why we believe that we need more capable, more developed AI writing detection tools, which is more reliable. That is why our engineers are working on that. And I would like to share some data with you. This comes from a survey. When we compare the data here between 2022 and 2023, as you can see, in the former year, it was the top concern of the faculty was providing timely feedback to students, because we know that academics are quite usually busy and they are dealing with great number of students. But when it comes to the last year, we see a big change, a big margin change here. So the top concern is preventing student cheating. So I guess from the beginning of today, with all the sessions, I can understand that this is one of our biggest concerns. So this data is important to consider because we see how trends are changing on the end of faculty. So on the other hand, we believe that AI tools can be very beneficial, but at the same time, our students should be aware that learning to write remains critical. So we are human beings, and our cognitive skills should somehow be in the first place, right? So AI, as we discussed before today, so robots will not easily replace teachers. So that is why we should definitely and absolutely tell our students to build upon their critical thinking skills, to become a strong communicator in their own country or international settings. So this would be an important part of AI discussion. And they also need to deepen their research ability. Just by asking ChatGPT to answer a question will not replace some research at the library. So they should be aware that there is a big difference between two. And if they would like to explain or teach something, they will need their own skills rather than the generative AI tool. And also when it comes to the group discussions, we need to be able to argue a point of view, which shows us that generative AI tools are not everything. So I know that you are excited about the AI indicator at Turnitin. So there has been an extensive amount of discussion about the policies. So as you stated, there is no one fixed formula for everyone in the world or even in the same country, even in the same category or profile of institutions. But we know that there will be some important guidelines and some policies all around the world. Things might sound very slow. Even in Turkey, I can see that it's a little bit slow because not everyone has the understanding of what is going on the AI side. So, but we believe that policies will definitely shape the future of education when it comes to the generative AI tools. And I would like to share this spectrum with you. If you are already familiar with Turnitin and if you have been using it for some years, most probably you have seen it on our website. So we recently added a final note over there about AI writing tools at the very bottom of the flyer, let's say. As you can see, there are 12 types of plagiarism. We are still struggling with almost all of them. I can see that contract cheating is still common in my country. I have heard about it many times, especially in private universities where there is more money involved. So we believe that these trends will not change overnight with the generative AI tools. So in your free time, you can check this plagiarism spectrum. I will not go over them one by one, but there has been some evolution of plagiarism, traditional forms, modern forms, they are all listed here. And now let's come to Turnitin, slowly and slowly. So as I stated before, AI is not something new at Turnitin. We have Turnitin Feedback Studio, Turnitin Draft Coach, where we have an AI tool separately. So it's not about AI writing detection. So AI writing detection tool was for the first time released last year in April. So it's a new tool. We are still improving it. Our engineers are still working on it to make it more reliable with the least false positive rate. So AI writing detection capabilities on the one side, the other side, answer grouping. For example, we have a platform that we offer. Right now, its name has changed. Gradescope. So we acquired Gradescope a couple of years ago. There is answer grouping on this platform. If you have paper assignments, for example, or paper exams, you can put them on the platform and the system will automatically check them with an AI tool. So there is something like that at Turnitin. And the other one, we have Turnitin Feedback Studio. Çanakkale 18 Mart University is using it. It's an upgraded version of Turnitin Originality Check that is the part of the consortium deal with TÜBİTAK. So with a draft coach, it is possible for the students have similarity check, grammar check, and also citation check. And we use an AI tool over there. So with this slide, I would like to tell you, AI is not something new. We have been working on it for some years. So Turnitin's AI writing detection tool, or AI indicator, as we have softened the language a bit, because we don't like that word much, detection. That is why you can call it AI indicator, because it indicates something. You can make an interpretation with that score. It is only available. It is available only in English at the moment, and we are planning to make it available in Spanish very soon, which is not very relevant to especially to Turkey and Middle East, but I guess it would be relevant to some European countries. Right now, it is also the report is not visible in the students' accounts. But if an instructor would like to share the report with their students, they can do it. They can download the report and they can share it electronically, or they can have it printed. Why do we have AI indicator only in English at the moment? Because English is the global language, and also more than 90% of submissions made all around the world on Turnitin is in English. And the second language will be Spanish, and then we plan to have it in Japanese or Turkish. So our engineers are still working on it. And many people are discussing the reliability of AI writing detection tool at Turnitin. Similarity, the algorithm in a similarity report is very simple. If I plagiarize from a website or a student paper, there will be a high similarity match, as there is no reference, because I call it plagiarism. It will be detected immediately that I have done plagiarism. But when it comes to the AI tool, we never claim that it is 100% accurate, but we do our best to keep the false positive rate under 1%. I have been visiting the campuses, either talking to them online. So it's a new tool. First of all, we should put it aside. It's not a similarity report. Similarity report has been worked on for so many years. So you should expect some developments on the AI writing detection tool, because AI topic is also evolving into different perspectives, different developments. So that is why consider it as a new tool. It is a young baby of Turnitin at the moment. And it is also integrated to the similarity report. Either you build the report as the classic view or the beta view. You can have the AI report separately, because similarity report, on the similarity report, there will be some similarity matches from the database in the target language. On the other hand, AI report will show the instructor if the student has likely used the generative AI tool or not. Why did I use likely as a word here? Because we don't claim that it is 100% accurate, but almost 100% accurate, as we worked on more than 800,000 papers all around the world in English. And what else? I will move forward with the next slide. And on the AI report, you will also see highlighted text segments if there is any AI tool usage. So when I look at the report, I will see the highlighted text segments in blue-green color. and I can make an interpretation. Maybe as an instructor, in the assignment guidelines, I told my students, yes, you can use a generative AI tool in this assignment, especially in this section. And then if I get a high AI score, of course, I will not penalize my student for that, because in the guidelines, I already shared the information that they can use it. That is why the score doesn't necessarily show that you are supposed to penalize your student, or you can give a warning or something, which is a punitive approach, as we discussed earlier today. So it will really depend on your context. So Turnitin will never decide on the minimum or maximum score, which is acceptable. It is the same for the similarity score as well. So sometimes when I check the news articles about the AI writing detection, there are some catchy headlines in English. They write like that. What if you have been accused by Turnitin of plagiarism because of the AI tool usage? Turnitin will never accuse anyone of any kind of academic misconduct. Teachers and institutions will decide on that. That is why for the similarity score and AI score, we will never tell you, oh, you should not accept more than 20% similarity, or you should not accept more than 30% AI score. So these are the important highlights from the AI report and similarity report combined. And so Turnitin's AI detection capability is mainly focused on accuracy, because we don't want any students to be in bad situation, because there might be a higher likelihood of false positives. What is a false positive? If there is a human written text, but it will be detected by AI written by our tool. So we would like to keep this rate as minimum as possible, so that the students will not be at a disadvantaged position. So I think our priority, the priority of our engineers at Turnitin, is accuracy rate and the lowest possibility of false positives. And also, if you are using a learning management system like Blackboard, Moodle, Canvas, Sakai, Microsoft Teams, it is integrated in your workflow. So as an instructor, you can have access to the AI report. And if you would like to keep it for yourself, you can keep it. Your students cannot see it anyway. But if you would like to share it with some maybe higher management or with the student to have a discussion, the report will be a useful learning opportunity for your student as well. So they should not heavily rely on ChatGPT if there is an assignment asking for personal opinion, for example. So these are the main pinpoints. False positive rate, as I told you before, we would like to keep it as minimum as less than 1%. When I visited a private university in Istanbul, there was a big discussion on that, especially when it comes to theses and dissertations in Turkey, because we have to use Turnitin as a legal document. We need to get the similarity report. So they asked me the question, we have to print the similarity report after the evaluation. What about the AI report? So Turnitin will not take a decision on behalf of the students, because it is a very contextual matter. You know your student, you know your institution much better than I do, because you are working with your students in this context. So bear it in mind, there is a false positive rate, but it is quite little. And also very recently, there has been a development on the AI report. At the beginning of the release, there was only the score, let's say 57% AI usage. We couldn't get to understand it was generated, the text was generated by AI directly, or it was paraphrased. Right now, as of July this year, there will be 2 categories on the AI report, and it will show the highlighted text segments again, but this time it will tell you AI written, AI generated text, plus AI paraphrase text, because there's a big difference between two, right? If I give assign attached to my students. If they directly copy and paste from the ChatGPT, it's a very meaningless task for me, because I can also write it on ChatGPT with my extensive prompt engineering ability. But when it comes to paraphrasing, it might be a little bit, I guess, innocent part of the assignment. So these two categories, I guess it will be quite useful for instructors, for educators to understand at which point your students are using the AI tools. And I would like to very briefly talk about some data here. Contrary to the common belief, traditional plagiarism trends are still here, by the way. Contract cheating. So it is still here. I was asking this question to many people that I know in my social and professional circle. So right now, the numbers are still the same. But of course, in time, slowly and slowly, most probably, traditional forms of plagiarism will decrease. I also believe personally. At Turnitin, we have reviewed more than 200 million papers after the release of the AI tool. And in your free time, I would highly recommend that you check this puzzle. It shows how to, cope with the challenges in the era of artificial intelligence. So when you click on the different parts, it will take you to pedagogical resources, blogs, and also some other workbooks, etc. So you can view this puzzle on our website, and you can easily click on them. So, for example, set expectations with students. I guess it is one of the main pillars of the teaching process for a lot of educators. So you have to come up with very clear and precise expectations so that your students will be able to understand how to do a task in accordance with the principles that the institution has, and also the instructor has identified. And the other one, maybe how to develop AI literacy amongst educators and students. This has been a discussion today. So it's not about only students. First of all, we need to train educators. All of a sudden, we are faced with a different challenge. So that is why I guess we need some training on the teacher side as well as students. And looking forward, as we agree that AI will be here, I mean, it is here to stay. So what can we do to make sure that we are ready to embrace this change? So we cannot walk against this change, but we can do something. And that is why I told you before, we are on the same page. We completely in total agreement with our educators, because we are working closely with them. So we regularly receive feedback from the educators. We have pilot groups, we have research groups with educators from different parts of the world. So review your institution and classroom academic integrity policies. It will require lots of work, extensive study, lots of collaboration, but I guess it stands at the heart of the new era. And then set expectations with students and decide on what is and what is not acceptable in your assignments. So when it comes to theses and dissertations, there is another story, especially in my country, as I'm Turkish. We are struggling with lots of issues when it comes to plagiarism with theses and dissertations. When it comes to regular assignments by my students, I guess we can be more clear and precise about what would be accepted and what is not. And give students assignments that are worth doing. So if I ask my students to write about World War I, they will absolutely ask it to ChatGPT, copy and paste it, and submit it. So the new generation assignments will be about maybe more personal stories, like more personalized stories, with citations, different situations, authentic situations. I guess we will need to change the path as well in accordance with the AI era. And I would like to conclude my presentation. I guess we are almost running out of time. At Turnitin, we believe in human-centered AI. AI tools will be here. Hopefully, it will be like that. It will be assisting, strengthening, and scaling human abilities, not replacing them. Human factor, human touch will be still very important. But as Turnitin, we would like to help you to reinforce academic integrity in your institution with new detection capabilities. We never claim that so our platforms are perfect. Like of course, we are proud that we have developed over years. There might be some issues, there might be some areas to develop, but we believe that we can work together on that. And AI literacy should be embraced. I'm checking everything on LinkedIn that come to me on LinkedIn. So I guess we need to keep ourselves updated all the time. This is also another challenge in this era. So AI literacy will be, I guess, one of the courses in the universities in the very near future. And ethical and responsible use of AI. Sometimes I come together with students online. I attended an online student conference for academic integrity in Kazakhstan, in one of the prestigious universities in Kazakhstan. I was telling the students, like, use AI because your university allows it, because they are innovative, progressive. They would like to see you as capable employees in the future. But at the same time, be aware of these two adjectives, two words, ethical and responsible use of AI. This is definitely and absolutely to be underlined in all of the conversations with our students. And communication is key. I was raised in a very disciplined student environment. There was always penalization. The teachers were even slapping their students when they made a mistake. This period is hopefully over. Now, I guess we need more communication with our students. And in the era of AI, we should let our students be transparent in their conversations with us. Otherwise, we cannot cope with all these kinds of plagiarism, especially where there are so many thousands of generated AI tools. So communication is key between teachers and students, between institutions and students, as we discussed today with the sessions and panel discussion. Students should be well guided about in what ways they can use the generative AI tools. Thanks for listening. Usually I move around. I guess this has become a habit for me after so much working from home. So thanks for listening, and I can get your questions right now.